Morning, guys. Obviously, I'm not in my office, and I'm in Mexico, and I'm using a new platform that Tim has set me up with. And it's simple and great for these purposes. But so everybody's talking about Tesla. I'm looking at it on my other computer now. They're up 7%. I guess they said that they did something. I mean, you guys could tell me. I think it's $50 billion in revenue for the first quarter or something. I read that when I was like half asleep. Tesla market value, set to gain 50 billion in record deliveries. I wonder how many cars they delivered. Hopefully over 100,000. Anybody know? Somebody tell me. 180. Let's call it 185,000. That's pretty good. All right. Well, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to talk about some other things, and then we can do. Thank you. And then we can do what we need to do. So first, I want to just talk about the markets overall. Obviously, they're up this morning. We are doing. I mean, this is a screenshot, but I mean, the markets, when I was checking last night, they were going, and they're saying it's because of earnings, and I have an article on that I'm going to share with you guys, but they say earnings are up, and I started to compare the S&P earnings. Yes, they are up. I mean, they have gotten to September 2019 levels about. They're not at 2018 levels, but yeah, they're up. I mean, I'm just finding earnings can be shifted, and Paul can explain this much better than I can. It's not that it's not cooking the books, it's not doing anything like that. It's that they can be presented in a way that makes them look better than they actually are. I personally think something like that is going on, just with the jobs that we don't have. Yes, the jobs report came out. It's getting better. They're saying we're going to get back to close to 4% unemployment by the end of this year. Guys, the thing that's going to, the job that really matters to me is restaurants. If restaurants are not there, especially in these major cities that employ a lot of people, how can we do that? But valuations obviously have been elevated. That's where we are. So despite having inflicted damage from COVID, stock multiples rose 18.2% at the start of last year and 21.8% today. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like so much of this news. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because of the news that comes out. That's always maybe not leading you in the right direction. But I just find it hard to believe that this is the case when things are just not that good right now. But I digress. Let's go to oil prices. This is something that I have been talking about for quite some time. The Saudis and the Russians and OPEC, they were talking about this late last year, about having some kind of agreement to deliver more barrels of oil. And they said that June, July is going to be the time that oil goes. I mean, oil has gone for a great run. I know a couple of people have done the BP thing. I know there's a lot of people in Chevron, Marathon, et cetera. So I do think oil is going to do well. I hold some of you patrons know how large my position is in oil. I'm getting smoked on it right now. I have been for a while, but I'm not worried about it. I'm still collecting a healthy dividend from it. But I do think oil is going to come back. And as far as the competition of EV markets, oil is not going anywhere for a very, very long time. So oil is a sector from a value standpoint that's very difficult to analyze just because it's very geopolitical. There's tons of different ways of looking at it. So that's going to be something that if you guys want to dig into it, it's something. But if this sets up the right way in May and June, then we are going to have some good trades coming our way. So obviously the jobs report came out last week on Friday. The jobless claims came out, and the jobs number comes out this Friday. So anticipation is that we are going to get a very good jobs number this week. Hold on, I'm going. Okay, this mouse goes the opposite way of mine. So they're saying that employers added seasonally adjusted 916,000 jobs in March. That's great. That's the biggest gain since August. So things are getting better, that's for sure. And I hope they continue to get better. The Fed has continuously said that they are going to keep inflation. They're going to try to keep inflation low. They're going to keep interest rates low. They're going to keep interest rates at effectively zero through 2023. I guess we'll see. I mean, that is a long projection. Remember, when they made this projection of keeping interest rates at zero through 2023, we're in the midst of shutdown. So if things recover more quickly than they expected, or hoped for, like I think is happening right now, if everything is accurate, then I don't see a reason for not increasing rates in the long term before 2023 is my point. So yeah, that's that. All right, my favorite story and my favorite person to talk about, Jerome Powell. He's a fun guy. So he's going to speak this week in the FOMC minutes. So they have a meeting on Wednesday. He typically, the minutes get announced at 2 o'clock. He speaks at 2:30. We're going to see how that comes out. And I think they're just going to pretty much reiterate everything they spoke about last week. Interest rates are going to stay where they're at. They're going to say they're projected to have 4.5% unemployment by the end of the year. Inflation is going to stay under 2%, between 2 and 2.3 or 4, I think it was. So I don't think anything's going to change. This is going to be an interesting week for markets, though, just because we're coming off of the holiday weekend. We didn't have market on Friday. Obviously, you can see we're getting a really big move this morning. So keep a watch for you guys that love trading out there, and I assume that's a lot of people that are watching. Just keep a watch on your dog stocks, Qualcomm, Apple, etc. Those ones in weeks like this when volume starts coming into the market. Granted, our volume is going to be lower than it should be, but it's still going to be, might be higher than we typically see. We know we don't really hit average volume that often. This could be a week where people get excited and it goes for a run until Memorial Day, the next holiday. So that's the next holiday, right? Memorial Day. Yeah, that's right. So that is that. So let's get into, I want to do a lot of your guys' stocks today just because I'm here. Oh boy, here we go. S&P, here we go. How can I get comments on here? Hold on a second. Thank you. Okay, so I want you guys to give me some stocks and we'll talk about them. And yeah, let's do it. Well, let's look at Tesla first, just because everybody wants to know. Oh, Microsoft? Okay. Oh, because I did the video of that over the weekend. Perfect. All right, so with Tesla, we do have, okay, so this is a good one. This one is a good one to teach you guys about. So I say that a dog stock is something that is coming from the bottom. Let me blow this up for you just so you can see it a little bit better. So we are underneath the 32% line right here. We're not on the bottom though. So when I say we're on the bottom, okay, you can look over here. Our weekly stochastic, check right here for me. Our weekly stochastic is at, let's say, call it 29. When I say something is on the bottom, I want that percent K to be 10 and less. And that's when I mean going sideways on the bottom. So this is not technically a dog stock, but this is a stock that is something that if you are obsessed with Tesla and really want to trade it, you can. But you still need to wait for this 32%, this line to pop over 32% to go green. You will get that eventually. Today could be that day. I don't know, but just be careful with Tesla, guys. It's a little scary stock. All right, let's go over Microsoft because I did this over the weekend with that little sweet spot reversal that it had. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right. So what I said that I wanted to happen today is I'm going to pull up a line chart. So we have this little bit of a run that went on Microsoft without creating any kind of W formation. My ideal situation, I said, was this thing runs up, pulls back a little bit today. And by pulls back today, I mean, really doesn't do anything in price, maybe falls 0.25%, something like that. And the only reason for that is to create this little W formation and then go. I'm fine with it giving a little bit of a run today. But my issue is this is the all-time high right here. To be able to get through this all-time high and stay above this all-time high, I do think that it needs some kind of support level in a W formation to get this thing going. So that's why I said I want a little bit of a pullback and then a little run. So Microsoft they're one of the leaders in the market. They're not one of the FANGs, obviously, but to me, when you say FANG, Microsoft should be categorized in that. It should be FANGs plus Microsoft. So Microsoft gets a $22 billion deal from the Army to make Iron Man helmets. Oh, okay. I heard they're also going after Discord for $10 billion about. So that would be pretty cool. Let's see here. EDP. What is this EDP that everybody wants? I don't have EDP. Whoever's asking that must be foreign. Pinterest again. Love Pinterest. All right. Oh, okay. I'll give you Pinterest. Let's see. I'm going to zoom out here. Okay, Pinterest is actually looking pretty good. I know we posted a video on this, I think last week. Okay, so this is the high on Pinterest, whatever this is. Let's call it $90. I like that you're breaking through the sweet spot. That's very nice. I mean, you did a little spot reversal. Yeah, I mean, if you can get some engulfing candlesticks today on Pinterest, you can probably get a nice run going up to $90 a share. And then you're going to face resistance there. So actually, let me pull up this one. I just want to see. Yeah, okay, you're through all of your major moving averages. You're good. You can probably get a nice run on this. If you get an engulfing candlestick today, get at it. GM. Oh, I'll do Discovery next. Whoever asked that. Oh, Kenneth. Kenneth loves Discovery. He made a lot of money on that. Kenneth is one of the Paul super shorts. GM. Somebody. This is setting up for a short for sure. So down here on our stochastic, you can see that we've broken into the sweet spot going in the opposite direction. So this is a short. Now, before you get too excited and go crazy on this, you have to notice that you are above all of your moving averages right here, 25, 50, 100, and 200. So that right there, you're going to have a lot of support going there, going to the downside. Today, you have a little bit of a rebound in price. This is called a snapback. It's nothing bad. Let's pull up a line chart and just see if it's okay. So we're creating these M formations, but today is higher than Tuesday, which is not ideal. So if GM keeps going, there could be some kind of trend reversal, and we can see. Let's zoom out 6 months. Aha. So this is why you got to look at all the things on the chart. So you can look over the last 6 months, how many times this red line and yellow line have crossed over and over and over. And GM, even back here, tried to become a short. It didn't. And look how many times it's tried to become a short just in this calendar year. So if you're doing something with this, go find a better short, guys, unless you want to do it from a swing trading perspective. But even on that, I don't like it just because you're running into all these moving averages. So that is it's not an ideal situation. Discovery A. Man, I own this thing. Nope, I didn't own it. I sold puts on it. I know Kenneth owned it, and he did very well for himself. I hope he got out before it tanked, or before whatever happened. So first thing I'm going to notice, we're in the midst of all these sweet spots, just sitting right at this 100-day moving average. You guys can see how powerful that 100-day moving average is. The stock price dropped there. Actually, it dropped below it, whatever day that was. Came back, finished above, and then has just been going sideways right at the 100-day moving average. So that is how powerful your 100-day moving average is. That, I told you, those of you that have been with me for a while, that's where hedge funds make their decisions of what to do. Clearly, the hedge funds are doing something, because that's a lot of money that it needs to be injected into this thing to hold that price there. So, oh, Kenneth got out at 71. Good job. So it is a short, but to me, you got to break through the 100-day moving average. And to be honest with you, unless you're swing trading it, you got to get through the 200-day moving average, which is just above 30, which is at 31.36. This is going to be a tough one to short, guys. Again, I just find a better one. There's so many stocks out there. That's why I don't like to force trades. Yeah, the bid and ask difference is at 33 cents, but I kind of ignore that big spread at this time because the market's not open. I'm sure that thing is going to drop to a significantly better level at when the market opens. Okay, Amgen. So we are invested in Amgen as a bid and ask nation. I like that we were coming up through the sweet spot. I like that we were over all of our moving averages. We bought it here on last Monday with a little bit of a pop. And then obviously it's done nothing since. So not a big deal. As long as we can get something out of it, it's up 0.5% right now. I do think that this one is going to work out. You're going to face resistance at $254, but outside of that, I think this thing can make a run to 260. So I think we will get a run to 260. While I'm at this, I want to do BJ's just because we're in that one too. If you guys want to make trades with us, join the Bid and Ask Nation. We're making money. Oh yeah, BJ's I liked a lot. So we were coming up through the sweet spot. We were over all of our major moving averages. And this is the number, $50 a share is what I was looking for. So let's zoom in. We bought on this day. It hasn't really done anything. It's pulled back a little bit, which I'm fine with because it's creating this little slight W formation, pull back and then go. So what I would like to see is just, I don't know, some engulfing candlesticks. I'd love to break out over, what is this, Thursday? Is this Thursday? Over Wednesday's high, and we'll be good. I think this thing will go to, I think this will go to $50. So Seth just said in the the minions tier, $18 right now. It does go up in price. There's 9 spots left. Get that sold out today. Remember, the software comes out in 10 days. You guys get access. You get that's all for free. The software is awesome. Let's see here.
I'm saying EPD.
Yeah.
EDP.
Oh, EPD. EPD. Oh, Enterprise Partners. Okay. Says okay. So those of you that like this, tell me why you like this. All right. So first things first, I always zoom out to a 2-year chart just so I can see if there's anything like this going on. So we have our high here back in, let's call it July of 2019. We have our low here of, obviously, it's probably March 23rd, March 17th, March 18th, whatever it is. And then we cannot break through this level in the middle. And this is a 50% stock. So it tried to get up here in June, couldn't do it. December couldn't do it. January couldn't do it. And again, recently. So these are the power of 50% roll stocks. They cannot get through some kind of moving average unless they get some big news coming out. Tech stocks are very good at getting through this. I do think that CCL will be good at very good at getting through this just because it has vaccine news. It can actually put butts back on planes. Boats. Yeah. Cleveland Cliffs. Oh God. All right. So Cleveland Cliffs is a great example of not having FOMO. I bought Cleveland Cliffs back in, I don't know, 2019 sometime. It went to, I bought it at 8. It went down to like 4. I sat in it, no problem. Once it got up to 9, the chart told me when it got to 9 to get out of it. So I exited the position. You can see where we are. So it is what it is. I do not have any FOMO about that one because I just listened to my chart. So, okay. So Cleveland Cliffs, I don't like that this stochastic is kind of just rolling sideways on me, almost in a converging pattern with this yellow line. Now, if something comes out with that estimate that whomever said that was that it can go in 3.5 billion in revenue, I don't really know. Maybe that could be something to keep it going, but I'm really not liking this stochastic line right here because it's kind of converging on itself. So that is my take on Cleveland Cliffs. Just keep a watch on this. If you're long on this right now, personally, I would be taking profits on it just because it's having a difficult time breaking over whatever level this is. It's up to you though. Maybe put stops in. It did gap up last week, so remember, gaps often fill. So let's see here. You can't see. They can't see. Oh, it's only one person saying they can't see. Yeah, okay. Everybody else can see. Veil, nickel. I don't mind metals. I did one on. Oh, you want Logitech? All right, Cash, I'll do Logitech for you. Oh my goodness. What is this? All right, so this one is just consolidating sideways for, I mean, this has been a couple months now. Yeah, you got a gap up today. I'm sure that's why you're interested in it. See if the trend changes for you. You still have a trend that's going down. Your red line is under yellow. If you can get some kind of something, go for it. But you can see, so on my charts, every time that trend line change, every time the red line goes on top of the yellow, my candlesticks turn green. And you can see that we've had 3 days green in the past, this is January. So past 3 months, we've had 3 days green. So my point is that when the trend does change, it doesn't last. So this is kind of something, learn your stock, and just be very careful with it. If you want to day trade it on a 15-minute chart, have fun. Oh, wow. This was definitely somebody from the Bid and Ask Nation that asked this. And this is my, this is Cash. This is one of the big helpers in the group. So it's overall 4 major moving averages. I like it. Coming up to the sweet spot very well. Yeah, this is great. If you want to do something with this, get an engulfing candlestick today, buy at the top of it, and you're good. This thing will probably give you a nice run until $120 before you start facing any kind of resistance. And even then, this thing can keep going. Yeah, Beaker, Texas Instruments is too late just because. Let's zoom out here. I'm going to zoom out on both charts just to show you this run. So this is a prime example of a power stock. Your overall 4 of your major moving averages making new highs continues to go. And it's a very tight cluster, which I like. But you're getting into this overbought area again. The ideal place to buy this thing would have been back here, obviously, or somewhere in here. This is just, I don't like how steep this is moving up. This is kind of grabbing those crumbs at the bottom of the cookie jar. I'm not a big fan. Let's see here. Oh, Dad's with a purpose. You bought it last Friday. That's great. Biogen. I'll do Biogen. Oh, Biogen. So remember that Biogen is coming out on June 7th with a PDUFA date, which is their date that the FDA gives them approval on their drug aducanumab, which is for Alzheimer's. And the only reason I'm saying this, yes, news doesn't matter when it comes to charting and this and that, but I do believe it does matter in this situation just because, let's zoom out a year. Look at these drops and rises, this big gap here, this massive fall here. Every single one of these moves, all these big gaps that I'm showing you, these are all due to this Alzheimer's drug aducanumab. So it matters when it comes to Biogen. Just like I tell you guys not to trade earnings, don't trade Biogen on June 7th. Not a good idea. It could be a good idea if you're in it and you make $1 billion and you're like, well, you were wrong. Sounds good. We're coming through the sweet spot. If you want to give it some kind of run, it's probably going to go to $290, $295. It's not the best, but just keep a watch on Biogen. I think Biogen is a much better value play than it is chart reading. Okay, charge point. Oh God, is this the new one that just came out? All right, so if you want to do charge point, do it from a day trading perspective. I'm not going to do it on this chart because I can't see anything because I literally have like 20 days of data. But these things, if you cannot trade them on a chart because I'm going to say it again. I look at a chart as a story, a whole book. I agree with you, Spicer. You need to have the entire book, and this is like not even the preface of the book. So if you give me the ticker symbol for CrowdStrike, I'll do it, but I don't know it off the top of my head because I trade good stocks. Margin Call is one of my favorite movies ever. I've probably seen it 15 or 20 times. Technically Thursday. I don't know what that was talking about. The background. KTOS. Defense and Security. I'm assuming this is like LifeLock or Experian, not like Lockheed Martin. Ooh, who brought this to my attention? Daniel, are you a Bid and Ask Nation person? Tell me. All right. So I like that we're overall 4 of our major moving averages. I like that we are coming up through the sweet spot nicely. I really want to know if Daniel's a Bid and Ask Nation person with a different name. No, oh yeah, you're just Dan. Okay, that makes sense. That's why you picked a good stock. So this thing is coming up through the sweet spot beautifully. I'd like to get a little bit, let me try to get it. I'd like to get that stochastic a little bit steeper moving up. And I think that if you get good engulfing candlesticks like you're probably going to get today, unless something happens, then you can go for a nice run on this. So good pick. You could definitely start a position on this. But this is something that I wouldn't just buy my entire position. I would probably go in like 10, 15%, and you should be fine. This is a good stock. Kenneth, I don't have 5 ticker stocks except for Discovery, because Discovery is DISC dot A dot B, and the dot B's went crazy recently. CRW, that's the one. CrowdStrike. Okay, so CrowdStrike is struggling to get through its 100-day moving average. That's that teal line right here. So that's not good. Okay, yeah, but we are short. So the trend is down. It's snapping back right now because the price is moving up on us, but the trend is still down. So we are so close to the bottom. This could be where the trend reverses on us and goes back in the positive direction. So let's keep a watch on it. I wouldn't short this. I wouldn't go long on this. If you want to do something, maybe throw a tracker share on it. $191 though. Cprx. I remember doing this one on a live stream and liked it. Yeesh. Okay. So if you want to do something with this is a very nice stock. This is actually a great stock to swing trade. You're on top of all your major moving averages. You can probably go from 450 to 550 a share. Even long term, it's looking good. But to me, long term, I would want to break out over this previous high of $4.79. And some of you might not like that because it's the buy high, sell higher thing. But if you do it, if you do buy high, sell higher, you will make money. CVS. CVS was a good stock back during the coronavirus, but we decided to buy Walgreens instead, and it turned out to work out very well. All right, so I like, again, over all of our major moving averages, that's great. Let's talk about some long-term holds. Join the Bid and Ask Nation, you get all you want. So again, with CVS, it's kind of doing the same thing as that last stock, where it's kind of going sideways, and it's almost converging with this yellow line, which I don't like. So I almost need to see like a gap, not a gap up, but a big spike in price sometime this week to be confident that this trend is going to continue. So if you're in this, I would consider taking profits. This is a tough one because I would have taken profits last week going into resistance of 76.07. Yeah, I don't know. Just be careful with this. Put a stop in place if you don't want to take profits on it. On your candle, yeah, so LA, it's just the software I'm using. Costco. Oh, Gianni. I'll do one for Gianni. Gianni is getting good. Gianni, is your name Gianni or Caesar? I need to know. Came in to the Bid and Ask Nation maybe a month ago. He came in pretty hot. Told me he didn't want to trade paper and this and that. And then now he's doing really well. So probably because he listened. There's a method to the madness. So we're sitting right at the 50-day moving average. But Gianni, this is a perfect short. If you get some kind of engulfing candlestick, I personally would like to take out this low of $9.42. If you break below $9.42, you can short this all day. I think you'll actually get a good short down to $7.50 or something. Timeout. $8.37 because that's the 100-day moving average. Just that moving average is going to be very important. Okay, Cesar. So it's not Gianni. NVIDIA. Okay, I will give you guys NVIDIA, and then I'm going to go because I want some coffee and my throat hurts. So we're over all 4 of our major moving averages. I really like that. Yep, this is a great stock. Who picked this? Oh, Cash. Makes sense. Another Bid and Ask Nation guy. Man, I am so good at this. Tim, I'm really good at this. All right, so we're coming up to a sweet spot very nicely. Cash, get an engulfing candlestick today, and you will be good. Okay, so the market is now open. The bid and ask difference is high, but remember, this is a $550 stock. So and it's coming. See, it's coming down. Here's 26 cents, 19. So if you get this thing to like 3 to 5 cents, I think that's where you can do something. So remember, when the higher the price, the more lenient on spread I am. Now, if we're trading like Google, it's $2,000. I would probably be okay with like a bid and ask difference of 7 to 10 cents. But how many stocks out there are $1,000 that I'm going to be trading on a regular basis? So, yeah, that's that. Paul is definitely still sleeping. So, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
He's still sleeping. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. I'll be back on Thursday, and enjoy trading this week. It's gonna be I think it should be a fun week. If today's not fun, I think that by Wednesday it'll start to be fun again. But we'll see. We're gonna see what the Fed has. Actually, I take that back. After Wednesday at 2:30, I think it will start to be fun again, because Wednesday will probably be pretty dead because of the Fed speaking at 2:30 and whatnot. So you guys have a great day. Join the Bid and Ask Nation. Sell out the rest of the minions tier. I'm sure we have less than 9 spots left now, and come make money. And we have software that's going to be coming out on the 15th of April, 10 days, and that's it. So you guys have a great day.